This tutorial is going to show you how to make a bar graph. A bar graph is useful to compare two groups on an outcome, or a variable. Here in this example, we are going to compare the height of female versus male. So first, we need to set up our data to get the right data for constructing a bar graph. First, we need to sort our data by our grouping variable. In this example, it would be biological sex. So first, we would need to group our data based on sex. So first, we need to select our data, click on Home, click on Sort and Filter, click on Filter. I have already done it, but once you click on Filter, a triangle symbol is going to appear next to your variable. Now we want to sort our data based on the grouping variable of sex. So you would click on the triangle and click on ascending or descending. Close this panel. So now our data is sorted by sex. 1 signify male and 2 signify female. Now we want to calculate the average height for male and the average height for female and put it in this table right here. To calculate the average height for male, I would type in equal average. Excel is going to suggest the function for you. Click on the functions and then select the height for male for all of our male participants. Done. Now I would select the height for our female participant to calculate the average. I'll do the same thing, type in average, and then select the average height for all the height for the female participants. So once we get the average height data by sex, we are going to select this table, click on Insert, click on the type of graph we want to build, which is in this case a bar graph. Click on it. So now we have a bar graph. A couple of things I would like to edit in my bar graph is I can edit the title of the graph to make it clearer to the reader. Here is say height by sex, which I think is clear enough, but we can also name it something else. The second thing I would like to edit is to add the axis label to our graph, because right now the y-axis does not have a label and does not have a meaning. To do that, I will click on Chart Design, add Chart Element, add Axis Titles, and click on Primary Vertical. In the text box of Axis Title, I would type in height and then open a parenthesis and type in the unit of height that we use. Here the unit is centimeter. So here we have our basic bar graph. I can further make edit to change the scaling of the y-axis to further to make sure my graph sort of reflect reality a bit more accurate. Right now Excel automatically rescale the y-axis, making the differences in height between male and female sort of artificially magnified. So to rescale the y-axis, I would double click on it, double click on the y-axis. A panel called Format Axis is open. Here I can rescale the bound of the y-axis. So I might put in maybe from 50, 150, or maybe 100 centimeter to 190. Okay, so we can still see that there's a difference between male and female, but it's to the reader it's not like way overblown by the rescaling of the height. The second thing I might want to do is to reduce the number of digits after the decimal point because it looks a little crowded here. And to do that, I will scroll down and select number. The default decimal places are 2, and I might change it. I'll change it to 1 and see. So that looks a little less busy. You can even set it to 0 if you want. But I might set it to 1. Okay. So I can continue to change a lot of element in my graph, either change the color of the bar, for example, but this is the basic bar graph that we need.